here are some of the things that pride does in our lives. Pride makes you smaller. Now, we think it makes us bigger, but it actually has the opposite effect, and it makes us smaller. You see, pride shrinks your capacity to admit what you need to admit. And it also shrinks your capacity to acknowledge what you need to acknowledge, and your capacity to apologize when you need to apologize. You know, we've all had those times when we knew we should apologize, but there's that battle going on inside of us. It's like, I know I should, but I don't want to. Why? Pride. Pride also pushes other people out. We only have so much room in our lives emotionally and mentally, and when you are full of you, there is no room for anyone else. You know, for some of you, there are people who love you and they are dying for just one positive word, one positive affirmation, one compliment, but pride gets in the way. For others, there are people who are walking on eggshells around you and you don't even know it. And here's the other thing about pride. Pride has the potential to push God out. King David, who was once called a man after God's own heart, well, he actually struggled with pride. He wrote this, "In his pride, the wicked man does not seek him. In all his thoughts, there is no room for God." Why? Because prideful people seek only what's best for themselves. There can only be one center of your universe, and for prideful people, they're the center. So there can't be room for God. Or even worse yet, pride can get you to a place where it convinces you there is no God. Pride is a prison that shuts us in and shuts God and others out. And no one chooses this, and we can't see it in ourselves, but this is what happens when we let pride have control in our lives. The reality is you can only walk in pride for so long before someone or something will humble you. For all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Jesus introduces us to a powerful paradox. For all those who try to make themselves look bigger than everyone else through pride, eventually they'll be exposed and brought down by it. But those who remain small, the time is coming when they will actually become bigger. According to Jesus, the only way out of the prison of pride is through humility. Most of us, when we hear humility, we think it means we got to become a doormat or it means becoming weak. But humble people are some of the strongest, most confident people I know. Humility, it's all about the willingness to embrace the proper perspective. That life with me in the center not only doesn't work for me, but it also doesn't work for those around me. And that the best way to live is when I remove myself from the center so that God and others are allowed back in.